the next part of translation. Okay, in my previous video I have discussed up to initiation of translation. In this is the second part of translation. Okay, in this I am going to explain about elongation of translation and as well as termination of translation. Let's see. In the initiation of, okay, in the last video initiation completed. Okay, first step of protein biosynthesis proper. The last product in initiation, that is ATS initiation complex. ATS initiation complex. Okay, let's see. In the elongation of translation, ribosomes elongate the polypeptide chain by sequential addition of amino acid. Okay, here elongation of translation nothing but sequential addition of amino acid, means forming polypeptide chain. Okay, the amino acid sequential is determined by the order of codons in specific mRNA. The codon which is present on mRNA that decides the sequence of amino acid, means first methionine is added, next which amino acid, glycine or glutamic acid or aspartate, which one added, that is depends upon the codon present on the mRNA. Okay, here elongation is a cyclic process involving certain elongation factor. In the initiation we have seen some initiation factors. Here represented the factors as elongation factors. Okay, let's see. Elongation of translation divided into three steps. First one, binding of amino acid tRNA to A site, then peptide bond formation, then translocation. The last product of initiation is ATS initiation complex only. Then here, what is the first step? Binding of amino acid tRNA to A site. Here in this we have seen in this we know that here this part is A site and this part is P site. Okay, we know that we have seen in initiation. Okay, here P site it consists methionine tRNA and A site is empty. And you remember that here this is methionine tRNA. tRNA consists here. Okay, methionine. Why methionine? Here it is depends upon the codon present on mRNA. Here this is the mRNA. What is the codon? AUG. We know that AUG codon is represent methionine. Because of this codon present on mRNA, here methionine is attached. We know that methionine is the initiator, means we know the AUG is the initiation codon, means protein synthesis will occur with the presence of AUG, means starting codon is AUG. Okay, here this is the anticodon. We know that here anticodon means it is complementary base pair will be there. Okay, here P site having methionine tRNA and A site is empty. Then what is the first binding of amino acid tRNA to A site, right? Here A site, in the A site is filled by amino acid tRNA. This is amino acid tRNA that we have seen already. Okay, here it is having amino acid. Okay, to this tRNA. This amino acid tRNA is attached to this A site because here A site is blank, right? Okay, this amino acid tRNA is attached to this A site. Okay, you can see here in this A site amino acid tRNA is formed. Okay, here to this attachment it requires GTP undergoes hydrolysis, give GTP and PI and one elongation factor of 1. And you can see in this P site methionine tRNA is there, respect to anticodons are there. Here this amino acid tRNA it consists of anticodon, that is depends upon the codon present on this mRNA. Okay, this is first step, binding of amino acid tRNA to A site. Here amino acid tRNA bind to the A site. What is the next step? Peptide bond formation. Here peptide bond is formed between amino acid. Here two amino acids are there. Here between two amino acid peptide bond is formed. How? This reaction is catalyzed by this enzyme, peptidyl transferase enzyme. Peptidyl transferase enzyme catalyzes the formation of peptide bond between these two amino acids. You can see here in this peptide bond is formed between this methionine and this amino acid. Okay, why I represent amino acid 2 means here it is one amino acid. This is second amino acid. Here peptide bond is formed. Okay, peptide bond is formed. Okay, what is the next step? Translocation. Third step is translocation. Translocation nothing but, okay, changing of their location or shifting of one location to another location. Once you can see I given some matter about the translocation. As the peptide bond formation occurred, the ribosomes moves to the next codon of the mRNA. Okay, as the peptide bond formation occurs, the ribosome moves to the next codon of mRNA. This process called translation. Okay, here peptide bond is formed, right? Once the peptide bond is formed between two amino acids, okay, this is the ribosome. Okay, this ribosome moves towards this is 5' of, okay, mRNA, this is 3' of mRNA. This ribosome is moves to the next codon present on mRNA. to the direction of 3' of mRNA. This ribosome moves to the next codon present on mRNA. Okay, means nothing but 2 or 3' end. So once it is moving, okay, whatever it is present on A side here, whatever it is present on B side, it's slowly coming outside because it is moving outside. It is moving forward. Okay, while the P side consists, it is slowly coming out. So this tRNA will be come out. Okay, this is tRNA will be come out. Okay, you can see this here. You can see here methionine amino acid is there now. Okay, okay, whatever A side, whatever the amino acid tRNA present on A side, it shifted to A side. Okay, changing their location. You can see this is methionine amino acid tRNA. Actually, it is present on this here. It is coming to here. Whatever P side tRNA is coming to, it is removed. Here you can see here AGE is there. Once it is moving, here AGE is there inside the ribosome. Okay, once it is moving, A is also coming outside because it is okay, ribosome moving on to the next codon present on mRNA. You can see A is coming out of ribosome. Okay, okay, this is so translocation occurs, changing their places. So then after forming here, then step 1, 2, 3 repeated until peptide chain is completed. Here peptide bond is formed. Okay, here after forming this, step 1 means this one, step 2 that is peptide bond formation, step 3 that is translocation. It is repeated until peptide chain is completed, means until all the amino acids are forming. Okay, you can see this is the first step, right? Here initially it is having methionine tRNA. Okay, in the finally what will happen to the methionine next amino acid? Okay, one amino acid is attached, right? Okay, after completion of 3 steps, one amino acid is attached to the first amino acid. What will happen? Every completion of 3 steps, a 3 reaction. Okay, one amino acid is attached. Every time what will happen? One amino acid will be increased. So it leads to peptide chain also will be increased. So how you can see? First here okay, this is there. In the first step, what is the first step? Okay, amino acid tRNA attached to the A side. Okay, here amino acid tRNA is another amino acid tRNA, AA3 tRNA attached to here. Okay, next what happened? Peptide bond is formed between amino acid to this amino acid. Okay, AA to AA3. Then what will happen? Translocation. It is coming outside, then it is coming to here. Like that will be happen. So it will repeat it until peptide chain is completed. You can see here until all the amino acids are okay, forming peptide chain. You see here methionine first, okay, then amino acid, second amino acid, then third amino acid, then fourth amino acid, then fifth amino acid. This peptide chain is completed until all the amino acids are forming the peptide chain. You see AAN means number of until, okay, until all the amino acids available, peptide chain will be completed. So this is peptide chain is formed here. Okay. Here, this is what will happen. You see, I told you that here peptide bond is formed, right? In this step, peptide bond is formed. Okay, here I told you that peptide bond is formed between these two amino acids. Okay, then I explain in detail the peptide bond is formed between these two amino acids by using this one. You see, formation of peptide bond in translocation. How peptide bond is formed? Okay, here in the P side, this tRNA consists of one amino acid. P side, this tRNA consists of one amino acid. Okay, this is one amino acid, this is one amino acid. Already amino acid 1, amino acid 2 are there. Then peptide transferase, this enzyme, okay, this enzyme involved in the formation of peptide bond between these two amino acids. How you can see? Okay, these okay, once the peptide bond is formed, okay, it is this tRNA is this is liberated and the ribosome is moved forward to 3' of mRNA. It is coming to this side. Okay, see, while this is shifted to here, you can see here same. Here NH2CH CO is there, na same. You can see this is amino acid. This is one amino acid. Here between this amino acid between these two peptide bond is formed. We know that peptide bond is formed between two amino acids where the carboxyl group of one amino acid and amino group of another amino acid. Between these two functional groups, peptide bond is formed. Here peptide bond is formed. So like this will be happen. Okay, and you come to here. Up to this is known as elongation. Up to formation of the peptide chain. Peptide chain every time increasing, right? This is known as elongation, means increasing. Okay, next what is next after elongation? What is next? Termination. Okay, termination. We know that here peptide chain synthesis will be stopped, or stopping of protein synthesis. How? You can see here, we know that some codons are there, termination codons. Whenever these codons present on mRNA, we know that UAA and UAG and UCA. Whenever these codons present on the mRNA, okay, these indicating that proton synthesis will be stopped, because these are acting as a termination signals. These are termination codons. Why these are termination codons? Here it doesn't represent any amino acid. It doesn't represent any amino acid. So these termination codons will not, doesn't represent any amino acid, right? So amino acid cannot be further attached to this peptide chain. So that's why the protein synthesis will be stopped. If any amino acid is not available, means peptide synthesis or peptide chain will be stopped, or protein synthesis will be stopped. Okay, this is termination codon. Okay, you can see once, here eukaryotic releasing factor, ERF. Once termination codon present on mRNA, the eukaryotic releasing factor, identify the termination codon, and with the help of peptide transferase enzyme, this with the help of eukaryotic factors, peptide transferase enzyme, removes this tRNA, like this. It removes peptide transferase enzyme, break the peptide bond is formed between this amino acid and between tRNA. Means it removes the tRNA, and peptide chain will be synthesized. This peptide chain will be liberated here. Peptide chain will be synthesized. This eukaryotic releasing factor release the tRNA and also release this peptide chain synthesis, and also separate, this is 60S ribosome, and also separate 40S ribosome, 40S ribosome subunit, and also separate mRNA. Eukaryotic releasing factor with the help of peptide transferase enzyme. With the help of eukaryotic releasing factor, peptide transferase enzyme cleaves the peptide bond between this peptide chain and tRNA. Finally peptide chain will be peptide synthesis will be takes place. This is protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is nothing but number of amino acids. You can see here methionine, another amino acid, everywhere peptide bond is formed. So peptide is synthesized. This is about this is about termination. Here I given some matter related to the termination. It is simpler process as compared to the initiation and elongation. We know that. Simpler process, just one step reaction. After several cycles of elongation, incorporating of amino acid and the formation of specific polypeptide molecule, one of the stop signal, that is UAA and UAG and UCA, terminates the growing polypeptide chain. It will terminate this growing polypeptide chain. Terminate. Why it terminate? Because the termination codons act as a stop signals, because they don't have specific tRNA to bind. These codon this don't have any specific tRNA to bind. As the termination codon occupies the ribosomal A site. This codon, as the termination codon occupies the ribosomal A site. Ribosomal A site. The release factor, that is eukaryotic release factor, recognize the stop signal. Here the eukaryotic release factor recognize this stop signal, and with the help of eukaryotic release factor, peptide transferase enzyme cleaves the peptide bond between tRNA and polypeptide. Hence, this peptide, then protein will be synthesized, and peptide will be synthesized. This is about complete concept of translation. Thank you very much.